welcome to another episode of Jewish Cooking Connection, sponsored by the Jewish Federation of the Greater San Gabriel and Pomona Valleys. I am Chazan Lori Ramon Bon, and we are remotely on this episode. We are in Webster, Texas. I'd like to welcome all of you to my home as we prepare for Hanukkah. Today we're going to be making a Sephardic donut called bimuelos and a syrup that we pour over it. So today what you're going to need is 2 cups of flour, you're going to need an egg, you're going to need a teaspoon of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and a 3/4 cup of milk. And for the simple syrup, you're going to need a cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of water, and a tablespoon of either rose water or orange blossom water. But we're going to begin with the bimuelos, the actual donuts themselves, and I will give you some handy tips as we move on. So we're going to start with our flour. You're going to put all of your dry ingredients into a bowl, and we'll do our pinch of salt. And what you're going to do is take a fork and you're going to mix it all together. After you're finished mixing your dry ingredients together, you're going to crack an egg and beat it, which I'm going to do really quickly here. And you're going to add it to your dry ingredients. And there's no sugar in this. The sugar is actually in the syrup. You're going to start mixing the egg into the flour. And then you're going to take your milk, and you can use any kind of milk. If you want to make these parve, you can use oat milk, you can make almond milk, coconut milk, anything that makes your family comfortable. And what I'm going to do is slowly add the milk. And right now it's sort of pasty. I want to get a good mix on it. And I will gradually add more as I go on. You see it's already forming a dough. Once we get it mixed up, we're going to begin the process of putting it into a deep fryer. And with your deep fryer, hopefully you have a control on your deep fryer that tells you what temperature. The temperature that's suggested for this particular dish is 365 degrees. And I have my oil ready. And what we're going to do is, I just want to mix this with a wooden spoon for a second, just to make sure it's really mixed well. It is. We're going to use a 2-spoon technique. I'm going to dip the spoons in oil first so the batter doesn't stick to the spoons. And here's what it looks like when you're putting it into the deep fryer. And again, you want to dip your spoons in the oil in order to grab some of the batter. And you want to be able to do it so it pops back up. You don't want it to stick to the bottom of your deep fryer. And so, in experimenting with this, I would say if the batter is a little bit thicker, it's easier to work with. But once these are done, they're delicious. We ate 1 million of them, and now we're going to eat 1.5 million of them. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes for each bimuela to cook all the way through. And we'll get them to a golden brown. And once they're a golden brown, then we're going to take a cookie sheet, line it with paper towels, and if you have a tongs handy, you'll be able to manipulate them and work with them a little bit easier. And here they are, golden brown. Again, you take them out Make sure that they're cooked all the way around. These look delicious. And they smell delicious if you like the smell of oil cooking. As far as the syrup is concerned, you can pour the syrup right on them, like this. And they're delightful. If you're not going to be serving them immediately, take some granulated sugar, and I want to stress granulated sugar, and you're going to take the donuts and you're going to roll them in the granulated sugar so they're not oily. It gets rid of the oil, and then you can wait and serve them a little bit later. And as far as the syrup is concerned, what you're going to do is you're going to put the cup of sugar in a little stock pot, and you're going to add the water, and you're going to bring it to a boil. And once it boils, and when you turn it down to a simmer, you're going to add either the tablespoon of rose water or orange blossom water until the syrup is thick. If you don't trust yourself and you end up burning things like I do sometimes, you can take simple syrup, take a cup of simple syrup, and add either a tablespoon of rose water or orange blossom water, and it makes the same thing. And that, my friends, is Sephardic Bimuelos for Hanukkah. I thank you so very much. Chag Sameach.
Eladona kol amasim, baruch umfarach, befi kon neshama.